Welcome back to Try Before We Die, and for all the subscribers out there, thumbs up for y'all. Thanks. Hey Mal.
What's up?
You know what this is?
It is a drinking show.
A whiskey review show where
we give our honest opinions.
We don't know what we're drinking, but we'll tell you what we're thinking. Come on,
press the button. Press the button.
You press the button.
I'm pressing the button.
I hope it's like number 5.
I've noticed this been a little bit sticky these days.
Yeah.
105.
Got the 5.
105.
It's right behind Mal, top shelf. Mal's so excited. We'll see everybody behind Mal.
Try before we die with a bearded man and a British guy.
As promised, right behind Mal for bottle 105. Well, we know we end at 98 here. 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is exciting. Our very first Machrie Moor, which is a product of Arran. So what we have here, so this is the 3rd edition. It's a cask strength, released in 2016. Coming in at 58.5. There's a little backstory to why this whiskey is called what it is, in addition to the Machrie Moor, as well as the dog on the label. We'll learn a little of the history of this Arran release, cask strength. I believe this to be heavily peated. We'll see everybody back at the bar. Did you turn around and see what I was pulling?
I did. And now I'm about to turn around and leave.
So we pulled the Machrie Moor Single Malt Scotch Whisky, cask strength, 3rd edition, released in 2016. The peated Arran malt, non-chill filtered, natural color. Let's get it open and breathing, and we'll talk a little bit about why the Arran releases under this label as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to go there.
Let's see. Here we go. As always, whether you can get it today or it's not available anymore, number comes up, we pull it, we open it.
Very spiffy bottle.
I like the color. So the Machrie Moors are released in 2 color schemes, the way I understand it. The black and silver are the cask strengths, and they have a copper series, which is where they've determined the ABV. This actually just arrived here, shipped in from the UK. Got a nice tone on that ball.
Like a good pop.
Yeah. That's a nice pour.
You were like the annoying child in school, weren't you?
All right, while it's breathing. All right.
I got questions, so you
all
go
right.
ahead and do your thing. Do your spiel about why. Because that would be the first question. Why is it being labelled not Arran?
All right, because it's they're heavily peated, right? And so there's a bog on the Isle of Arran, a mystical peat bog called Machrie Moor.
Okay.
There are Bronze Age stone circles, so there's ancient history here, and there's one particular stone that has a circle carved in it, a hole in it, where legend has it, and I believe the man's name is Fingal. Yep, Fingal is a warrior giant in back in the day, where he chained his favorite dog Bran to the stone, and so you can see we have the chained dog to the stone.
All right.
Right, so I think they've gone this way because of the peat and because of the strength involved in this drink, that you could chain your beast to it and it would hold it back. Okay?
All right.
So that's what I seem to understand about the Machrie Moor.
So the second question, so our viewers will be on board.
Mm-hmm.
On the back here, it says peating level.
Yeah, so 20 parts per million, ppm.
And was that, now, on the scale, is that considered a lot?
So it's high. So we drank on a previous episode, I'm trying to think which one it was, a 16 ppm. Um, hmm, oh, I believe it was the Toraveg,
Okay.
which was the young Mike Tyson.
Okay,
was
yep.
coming in at a 16. Okay, so we are up
Up in
from
the
that.
ante. All right.
Now, Brookladdy
Yeah.
brings them into the hundreds, right, in their Octomore series.
Okay.
Where Kevin, our sound and editor, he and I went to a tasting and had an entire range of that. But again, the younger a peated whiskey is, the more the peat's going to carry through.
Gotcha.
So we experienced very high peating levels, but it was incredibly smooth and not overwhelmingly smoky when we were doing some of these Octomore tastings. I feel like there's a chance that we're going to have this high ABV that we really may get hit with some smoke today.
All right.
Maybe not.
All right.
We're going to find out. Any other questions?
No, that covers me for the moment.
All right, covers you for the moment. And again, we hope you jump in on the YouTube channel chat. Let us know if you've had any of these releases or this particular one. Let us know what you think about the Machrie Moor from Arran. I believe we have opened an Arran somewhere, or at least we've done a WTF on it. We'll TBWD fact that. All right. Natural color, no chill filtration. What are you getting?
I would say this is a light straw with very quick legs.
It really does drop quickly. I'm just looking to see if I'm picking up individual legs or just sheets. Let it sit, see if any oil shows up. I agree with you on the light straw. My guess would be we're in a 5-6-year-old whiskey tops. Just going to look at the bottle one last time. Limited edition of 9,000 bottles. One of 9,000, released in 2016. We do not have a distillation date. So my guess is it was distilled sometime between 2009, 2010. Just a guess. Ready to put your nose to the test?
That's a wake-up call.
So not nearly as smoky as I thought, but a lot of alcohol in there.
Yeah.
Still, wow. Wowza dowza.
My nose is tingling.
Right, and don't receive these body responses as a criticism or something negative. It's just what we're experiencing. Calming down. Well, maybe not.
No, it definitely calms down a little bit. Now I got a little bit unlucky because I cracked my top off a little bit, so it had mellowed out already.
Oh, you did pull a little bit, right? Yeah, I saw that early pull.
But
all right, it is calming down, but it is remaining potent.
yeah,
I'm trying to think. There's this. So in peated whiskeys, there's this idea of a phenol smell, right, which is related entirely to the peating process. And so I'm getting some of that. And so it will have a slight equation to some of that medicinal menthol sort of experience. And I am picking that up now that it's calmed down. Are you getting some of that?
yes. It's almost like it's a nice wrap of this peat smoke, medicinal.
Is it? Did your mom ever rub on your chest?
Fix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got a little bit of, there's some medicinal vapor happening here.
But yeah, it's a nice marriage. It just rolls right through.
It is calming down incredibly well, but it did take some time. Are you excited to try it?
Again, out of my wheelhouse.
Right.
I'll bring it on.
Let's see. The third edition of the Cask strength, was it 58.5?
58.5.
58.5. All right, here we go. The Machrie Moor.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Oh yeah. It takes a little bit of time.
I have peat now exhaling from my body. Not like this overwhelming amount of it, but I have peat coming out of me right now.
I'm on fire. Like on fire.
You're burning up?
Yeah, that, and it was weird. As I approached it, I was like, this is not that rough. This is not bad. I can deal with this. And then it was almost like someone was with a matchstick going like this, this, and then poof, it took off. But there was, before this heat,
Yeah.
there was this spike of like a sweetness.
There is a sweet front.
And I life of me, I can't figure, because I was so overwhelmed by this heat. But that peat, smoke, exhaust, I'm going to...
Yeah.
You get that
It
as you exhale.
Exhaling. Yes.
Wow.
This is a potent whiskey.
That's alcohol.
You feel like you could certainly chain a beast to this whiskey.
Yeah.
That's the idea,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, this is, when you talk about the size and volume,
Yeah.
you know, of the immenseness of a drink, this is one of those ones where you're like, okay, yeah, this has got something. But I'm like I said, I'm literally still, I can feel, it's just there.
It has relaxed in my body now.
Yeah.
But I know that I've had a serious glass, a sip really at this point. I know I've had a serious pull of a serious whiskey. This whiskey's not fooling around.
And again, it's like someone's like this, and then it takes off. But round 2 was easier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Round 2 was easier.
The second pull from a glass, right? You're a little more knowledgeable about how to drink it.
Correct.
Right, because I always hold the first one in. This one, I rested it for a moment and let it roll back.
Yeah, this one I kept on the front.
Yeah. And didn't take as big of a pull. I usually take a big first pull, and now I took a sip. Right.
I think I took the same size.
Yeah.
But it, you know,
Yep.
holding it here, you know, I can feel the numbness of the alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, but again, maybe it's because my palate's not refined enough. And maybe it's because it's a region I don't really dabble in, so I don't really go. It's not like I have a go-to bottle. I'm like, oh yeah, I love this. Because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's very hard to distinguish, for me, the different flavors. You know, I'm having a hard time picking anything out that's particularly, this is what it is. But you could definitely know it's peated. You can definitely tell the smoke. Not really getting a lot of brine, but it's there.
Let's just see. I don't think it will be here. It's certainly not under M. We'll just check and just see if they have it listed with the Arans. Any of these.
But I do like the bottle. Embossed.
It's a very classy presentation. Yeah, Arran, Machrie Moor. So they're just doing the 46% one at 14 parts per million. So we're almost doubling, really. So it's hard to, you know, maybe cigar tobacco, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it is very robust. Big spice pop, but again, it's not the whiskey we're drinking. So I've got some 1,000-day aged cheddar here.
Yep.
Do you think that's the match?
I think, okay, so I'm going to throw this out, right? I think if you take the cheddar, the creaminess of that will help round off the edges of this.
Okay.
So you'll get like this creamy mix as you go through.
Okay. I wanna add one other thing, possibly. Got some smoked peppered salmon. Do you notice my pronunciation?
Yeah.
Which one do you think? The salmon?
Yeah. Because it would be like a rush to your taste.
You clever boy. Could write a verse about it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. That's an Atlantic salmon. And it's creamy. Almost has a calming effect. But once the fish is gone, I'm now exhausting. I'm now exhaling still that peat, those fumes. What are you having with that salmon?
I think they pair well. I think it's a good.
Right. Well, we know we have a seaside whiskey, right? This is the Isle of Arran.
Yeah.
Arran,
I need a little bit more.
I'm so proud of you. There is only one distillery on Arran, and it's Arran. There actually is a second distillery that's been opened, but it's a sister of Arran. The name currently escapes me, but Arran is the company on Arran.
Okay, so let's try it with the cheese. I do like it with the salmon. I think the salmon's a good. It complements each other.
The cheese. That's a great cheddar. Cheese is fine. Cheese works with most whiskeys. But if you're really looking for the match, a daring call here. Is this an appetizer?
You know what? You're not far off.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely start your evening festivities
Right.
with these two.
Right.
And
Right.
not throw yourself too far out the loop.
Right. Not carry on all night with a
No.
58.5, right? But just to be like, okay.
But if you were serving salmon
Mm-hmm.
and you were like
A smoked.
a smoked salmon
Yep.
as your starting dish to introduce your guests and do your small talk, and you had that bottle
Right.
available as a short,
I would, as a short, and I would encourage waiting 40 minutes after that course before you had another whiskey to allow this experience to completely leave your palate and your body.
yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yep. All right. The Machrie Moor coming in at 58.5. Again, surprising us. Not an Isla, but an Arran. In some ways in an Isla style. But they've released a nice whiskey. We have
Yep.
some of the other Machrie Moors, both in their regular release as well as their cask strength. It'll be fun if we ever get to do a comparison.
Oh, we will.
Feel confident?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as we don't die, we will try. Let's see what the crew has for us. See that elven writing?
It is like over, right?
Especially that cue.
I'm hoping like one time we do one of these and like there's some secret door that will open up.
Right,
you know?
a portal.
I'll be like, oh, that's how you did that.
There's the deal. Okay. When the liquor is inside, the pain goes elsewhere. The Machrie Moor.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm going to have another piece of this salmon just because it's so good, but it really does go so well with this whiskey. I don't even need to have whiskey in my mouth because I know, because it's lasting.
That is a good drink.
Mm-hmm.
Again, way out my wheelhouse. But boy, every bottle we have poured
Mm-hmm.
that have had this type of peat, smoke, oh, here we go, high alcohol. Fantastic drink, well put together.
Right. And I love that it's not just one of 200 bottles, that they put 9,000 out. So it was available for
Yeah.
folks who wanted to have this experience.
No, that's a good, I like that.